Okay, here is my dad's 1986 Kawasaki Vulcan 750. She's got, if you can read it, 18,637 miles. From all I know, that's all original. The back tire was replaced just before we bought it, I believe. It's got plenty of tread on there. It's got the Dunlop 404. And on the front, it's got the front version of that tire, but you know, she's pretty old. She's got some dry rotting on it and definitely some tread loss. We'll probably put one on this year. You know, all the lights work, everything. Surprisingly, there's not a lot of rust in the tank. It's got about 3/4 of a tank in there right now. I don't know if you can see down in there at all, but not a lot of rust, which is pretty uncommon for these bikes. People tend to leave them out and they start rusting in there and everything. He put all new spark plugs in it, greased the drive shaft splines. While we had it off, we checked the brake shoes, and he sanded his rotors and pads, and they have the EBC organic pads on the front, so they're very soft on the rotors. Stock exhaust, stock seat. You know, it's got one little tear here. She filled in with some Sharpie or something, and small one right there. But as far as the tank, she's got one little ding right in there. I don't know what that's from. Yeah, he paid $1,000 for this about 5 years ago. The guy was asking $1,500, but when he went to look at it, the bike was very dirty, and the fuel tap was leaking. It's been leaking for so long and sitting for so long that it actually filled up the carburetor so much that they filled up both cylinders, which leaked past the rings and into the crankcase. So there was probably about a gallon or maybe a gallon and a half, because it holds a gallon. There's about a gallon and a half of a gas/oil mixture, so it was very thinned out and overfilled. So when we got the bike started, you know, it foamed everything up, and it somehow managed to start pouring gas out of both air filters. You know, we didn't run it too long after we figured out there was gas in the oil. So, you know, we just dumped the fluid, put 4.2 quarts of new oil in there, new filter, rebuilt the fuel tap with a new seal, and that fixed most of the problems. That was it. And about a week ago, I just put in a Deca AGM maintenance-free battery. I was recommended to do that, and it fixed all of our starting problems. When this bike was hot, it used to not start very well, but now it starts great. I'll do a cold start for you. I mean, this thing has been sitting overnight, and it was about 30 degrees last night. It's about 50 or so right now. Just gonna prime it for a couple seconds, just make sure everything's full. Full choke. She probably will fire without the choke, but she won't stay running, so just gonna check that. Good, it's neutral. Fires right up every time. Exhaust is in great shape, no rust. This bike was stuck down in some guy's basement for a couple years, not being used. And that's what saved a lot of it. It wasn't left outside. He put some new turn signals on. The rubber got all cracked and they were all broken. So new rear turn signals. That's about it. Horn works. This bike warms up very great. Got some water vapor coming out, actually. Yep, that's the 1986 Vulcan 750.